Hello students, in my previous video we discussed about the major causes of disability. We discussed about 6 major causes of disability, that is genetics, accidents, injuries, diseases, improper parental care and malnutrition. So I hope that you are clear with the topic. So let's move on to the next topic, that is types of disorders. Students, generally there are 5 common types of disorders that we are going to study here. We are going to study its causes and its nature. So the 5 common types of disorders are, first one is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, that is ADHD. Second is sensory processing disorder, that is SPD. Third one is autism spectrum disorder, ASD. Fourth is oppositional defiant disorder, that is ODD. Then is obsessive compulsive disorder, that is OCD. So these are the 5 common types of disorders. Let us move on to the first, that is ADHD, that is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Now, as the name indicates, attention deficit means it is related with the brain or the behavior of a person. So attention deficit means the person suffering from ADHD is likely to have difficulty in paying attention. And attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Hyperactivity means that the person will be restless. He'll be constantly active, impulsive. So it is a sort of behavioral disorder where 3 basic symptoms of behavior is noticed in the person suffering from ADHD. These 3 are inattentiveness, hyperactivity, and impulsivity. Now, the symptoms of ADHD begin in childhood and they are likely to continue in adulthood or adolescence. That means that ADHD is found both in child as well as adult with varying symptoms. Now let us see the symptoms of ADHD. First, if we see inattention. Inattention means that people with ADHD are easily distracted. They have trouble paying attention. एक जगह पे वो focus नहीं कर पाते हैं. They find it very difficult to focus on one task. And adults में आप ये भी देखोगे कि they are disorganized. They are unable to give priority to the task. कौन सा काम उनको पहले करना है. So planning उनका जो है वो थोड़ा सा disorganized रहता है. Priority नहीं दे पाते हैं इसलिए. Okay, then second symptoms is hyperactivity. Means you'll find them constantly moving around. Even in the situation which is not appropriate. जहाँ पर हमको आराम से बैठना है, क्वाइट एक्टिविटीज़ करना है, जैसे लाइब्रेरी में क्वाइट बैठ के पढ़ना हो. So such activity becomes very difficult for them to sit at one place and read or write. So it becomes very difficult for them to sit at one place and continue any quiet activities. Even they cannot sit at one place for a smaller period of time also. Okay, then teens or adults may they find very difficult to sit at, they feel like restless and fidgeting around. Fidgeting means FIDGET. Fidget means to constantly move hands, legs, in nervousness, impatience, being impatient. So that is commonly seen in teens and adults. They also find difficult in staying at one place, sitting at one place for a longer period of time. And even in adults, they are sometimes short tempered also. Then impulsivity. Now, in impulsivity, people show quick reactions without thinking about them. They immediately make reactions. They give their reactions. Uh, they laugh out loud. They talk too loud, and even they are short-tempered. They become quickly angry, even if the situation doesn't calls for. Now, quick reactions means that without thinking about the long time consequences, they take the important decisions within few seconds. They do not think about the what can be the consequences of what they are doing. So immediately they are reactive. Immediately they take decision without thinking about what the consequences may be. Then they do not like to wait for the turn. In adults, you find them that they invest lot of money, they waste lot of money, they change their jobs frequently. So these are the things that are found uh, in impulsivity. Now let us see the causes of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Now first one is genetic factor. Now, this disorder generally don't pass socially from one person to another. But studies shows that there are genetic characteristics that may be passed down to the next generation. That means if a parent is having ADHD, then there are 50% chances that his or her child may likely to suffer from ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. So through genes, it is likely to transferred from one generation to another. Then brain injuries during birth or thereafter may also cause ADHD. Then some of the neurological disease may also cause ADHD. Then third point, substance abuse, such as drinking alcohol, uh, taking drugs, smoking during pregnancy may also cause ADHD. Then infants born with low birth weight are also more likely to develop attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD. Then exposure to environmental toxins जैसे कि high level of lead at very young age, that also causes ADHD. Then lack of balanced diet and excessive use of artificial colors, sodium benzoate in the food, that also causes ADHD. Now move on to next type of disorder, that is sensory processing disorder, SPD. Now this is a neurological disorder, means it is related with nervous system. Now in this disorder, brain has difficulty in receiving and responding to the information that comes through senses. नाउ होता क्या है कि जैसे हमारा ब्रेन है, तो हमारे ब्रेन के पास जो इन्फॉर्मेशन या सिग्नल्स आता है वो थ्रू सेंसेस आता है. नॉर्मली थ्रू सेंसेस मीन्स हियरिंग, स्मेल, टेस्ट, विजन. सो दिस टच, इन चीज़ से हमारे पास हमारे ब्रेन के पास सिग्नल्स आता है. हमारा ब्रेन उस हिसाब से रिएक्ट करने को हमको बोलता है एंड ब्रेन प्रॉपरली इस सिग्नल्स को प्रोसेस करता है और उसको हमको रिएक्ट करने को, उस हिसाब से रिएक्ट करने को बोलता है. ये हमारे नॉर्मली होता है और उसी के हिसाब से हमारा जो है वो लाइफ चलता रहता है. बट इन SPD, in case of SPD, this is completely disturbed. Means that our brain is not able to integrate the sensory information. Process उसको ठीक से नहीं कर पाता है brain. And due to that, our sensory responses becomes slow or poor. In people suffering from SPD, जो हमारा sensory information का जो organization process है, जो signals को organization process है, वो कहीं ना कहीं affect करता है, और इसकी वजह से हमारा sensory responses जो आना चाहिए वो कहीं ना कहीं disturb होता है, interrupt होता है. Also, the people suffering from SPD, many of the senses, either one or many of the senses gets also disturbed. जैसे कि टच है, हियर है, हियरिंग एबिलिटी है, when your टेस्ट, स्मेल, मूवमेंट्स भी आपके जो है वो कोऑर्डिनेटेड वे में नहीं होंगे. न्यूरोमस्कुलर कोऑर्डिनेशन अफेक्ट होता है in the people suffering from SPD, the hand-eye coordination. Now let us take some important symptoms of SPD. People with SPD may be oversensitive or overreactive to the things that are related with his or her surroundings. For example, the natural light or any gentle sound, touch, or any common movement may also disturb them. It may be sometimes painful for them, or it may be overwhelming for them. मतलब नॉर्मल साउंड या नेचुरल लाइट की वजह से भी कई बार वो डर जाते हैं, ओवर रिएक्ट करते हैं. कई बार टच होने पर वो शॉर्ट टेम्पर हो जाते हैं. Then second symptoms, that sometimes you'll find them that they are underreactive to certain sensations. जैसे not noticing their name being called. हाँ, मुझे बुलाया गया, so like that it will come. They will also not noticing being touched. कई बार इस तरीके से आप बुलाते हो तो they are not answering. They will not feel it. So such disorder are very common in them. Then people with SPD, sensory processing disorder, have poor motor skills. Poor motor skills इसलिए होता है कि न्यूरोमस्कुलर कोऑर्डिनेशन उनका जो है वो पुअर रहता है, प्लस दे हैव पुअर बैलेंस. Even you will find one handwriting, their handwriting skills are also poor. Then sometimes the texture of any food या फिर smell of any kind of food also causes irritation in them. Also they may feel like vomiting. So these are the symptoms, common symptoms of sensory processing disorder. Next, move on to the causes of sensory processing disorder. First is genetics. Genetics plays an important role in causing SPD. Studies shows that the children who are born to parents who are suffering from autism spectrum disorder, ASD, are more likely or are at higher risk to suffer from sensory processing disorder. And it is also some of the research also says that boys are likely to have SPD than girls. That means the chances of SPD is more in case of boys than in girls. Then second is the low birth weight. It is also a known cause for SPD. Then factors such as inadequate or improper care during pregnancy, then falls during infancy, brain injuries, uh, improper nutrition, malnutrition. These are also the factors that contribute to sensory processing disorder. So, children, that is all for today. So, today we have learned two types of disorders. The remaining three will take it up tomorrow. Today we have seen ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. We have seen the symptoms of it, its nature, and the causes of these disorders. Then we have seen the second disorder, that is sensory processing disorder, SPD. We have seen the nature, symptoms, and its causes also. So I hope that you are clear with both these disorders. Still, if you have any queries, you can comment in the group. Thank you.